In this video, we will take a look at how to divide polynomial by two different methods and also show you how to use the remainder theorem. And before we start this algebraic example of dividing a polynomial by polynomial, I am going to start with a little review of just dividing along division with the numbers. So let us say we wanted to divide it 4 into 49. We would write it like this, that the long division way. And so the first things you do is divide this 4 over here into the 4, and the 49 and 4 goes into 4 once. And so I would write that one here, and so I take that one and I multiply it by this 40. 1 times 4 is a 4, and we put that here and we subtract, and so 4 minus 4 is 0, or you can just leave that blank. And then the next thing you do, bring the 9 down, and so 4 goes into 9 twice, and so we would write that 2 up here. Now 2 times 4 is 8, so we put an 8 here and we subtract 9 minus 8 is 1, and of course that the remainder is 1. Now here there are two different ways you can write the division statement for this. What is the relationship between the 49 and 412 and the remainder of 1? And so one way is you would write that 49 is the product of 4 and 12. Of course that is only 48 plus the remainder, that one makes 49. Now another way to write division statement, which is not written very much, but there is another way, is you could take that division statement, divide it both sides by 4 by the divisor, and so after those divided out, on the other way to write this, that 49 divided by 4 is 12 plus 1 over 4 or 1 over 4. That another way to write the division statement. The first one up here too is the way it is in the most useful, we written most of the time. So that is the review of dividing just with the number in a long division. Now the long division with the algebraic expression looks like the same division. Sample of put the 2x cubed minus 5x squared minus 8x plus 15 underneath that the sample, and we dividing by x minus 3, so the x minus 3 go to over here. Now when you do the long division with the algebraic expression, you take and make sure this is written in order from large power of x smallest, and the same with the polynomial. You don't want to write this is negative 3 plus x, x minus 3 is preferred way. So that you do is you take x and divide it into 2x and equal the largest power of x. Here large size degree term, and so 2x cubed divided by x is 2x squared. Remember you subtract the exponent, 3 minus 1 is 2, and now here we where you put that 2x squared above, it's like 10. Here I will not put it over 2x over the minus 5x squared. Now same as the before, and then that was numerical example, and I take that 2x squared x, the x minus 3 minus x squared times x is 2x cubed plus 2x squared times the minus 3 is the minus 6x squared, and some other numerical example we subtract. So 2x cubed minus 2x cubed is nothing. You can write x cubed if you want there, but you don't have to, and of course we subtracting that. Now negative 5x squared, take away negative 6 squared, taking away the negative 6x squared, sum as adding the 6x squared. So this is really just negative 5x squared plus 6 squared, which gives you 1x squared or just x squared. And then you bring the negative 8x down. Now I divided the x in the x minus 3 into the x squared. So x squared divided by x is just x or 1x. And so write that above the negative 8x here. So x times x minus 3 would be x squared minus 3x again. X times x is x squared. X times the negative 3 is minus 3x. And we subtract the x squared course are the same. Negative 8x take away negative 3x is the same as a negative 8x plus 3x, which is the minus 5x. And we bring the 15 down. And now one more time we divided this x into the negative 5x, which gives us of course a negative 5, and the negative 5 times x minus 3 is the minus 5x plus 15. And so we subtract, and there we same as we get a remainder of 0. And so the division statement would look like this. We divided this cube polynomial third degree polynomial by x minus 3, and our answer, our quotient is 2x squared plus x minus 5. There is no remainder here, or the remainder is 0, so we don't have worry about including remainder here. Now scientific division is another way to divide the long division, and it is particularly useful to conversions if you are dividing by polynomial that the coefficient one, it also works to the coefficients not. I will show that is another example. So we put it is particularly quickly and useful, and as opposed to long division, so the coefficient of the x is the 1, and so the what is the sample of the division looks like this kind little to upside down long division sample. Notice that goes up here are the coefficient of the polynomial. Dividing the x minus 3 into, so the 2x cubed minus 5x squared minus 8x plus 15. Now we are dividing by x minus 3. What goes over here is restriction in the division, and so since we are dividing by x minus 3x cannot have a value, that makes that divisor 0. Divisor 0. And so if you want to find that restriction, you say x minus 3 cannot equal 0, and so solving for x. X cannot equal 3. That the restriction one division, because 3 is the number that would make this factor 0. 3 minus 3 is 0. So we put a 3 here, and so notice it is actually just it is always doing the opposite sign of this and scientific division. What you do to locally do this division, similar to here, you bring number down, no matter what is the 8, bring the 8 down, and you go 3 times 2 is 6, so there is right here, so negative 5 and 6 and 1. So we put 1 here, and then we multiply that one by 3, the restriction 3x 3, which is 3, and added that negative 8 and 3 added to a negative 5, and negative 5 times 3 is negative 15, and we added that the 15 above to go to 0. That is the remainder. Okay, so what is the right of this vertical line here? That is the remainder. Notice that the 21 negative 5 are the coefficient of the 2x squared plus 1x minus 5. That's actually your answer. Okay, that the quotient now the 63 and negative 15 actually do corresponding over here. They are opposite number of negative 6x squared minus 3x and 15. So here the 6 it is opposite coefficient of the negative 6x squared. The 3 is obstacle coefficient of this minus 3x, and the negative 15 it is opposite of this constant here. So they are contract in sense that I do anything the long division, so would write my division statement the same way to x cubed minus 5x squared minus 8x plus 15 divided by x minus 3 equal 20x squared plus 1 x minus 5. After the remainder of these go in order the construct the coefficient. Whatever your variable is the coefficient of the x squared, the x cubed, the x is the 4.